Mavis?
Edgar? Darling, I told you not to wait up for me.
9 o'clock in the evening is hardly a long vigil. Was there some other reason you thought I'd have gone to bed earlier?
Well, you were drinking your cocoa before I left. You usually drop off right after that.
I didn't drink the cocoa.
But you always drink your cocoa.
Tonight, I decided not to. So I didn't.
I see. And was there any particular reason?
For what?
Not drinking your cocoa.
Suppose I should say there was.
Are you saying so?
What would you do if I did?
Say it and see.
Alright then, I did.
Did what?
Did say it.
No, you didn't.
Are you sure?
Quite sure.
Then I do say it.
Say what?
That there was.
What?
A particular reason why I did not drink my cocoa.
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
Edgar, darling, if you didn't drink the cocoa, then what did you do with it?
Gave it to the cat.
What cat? My cat?
I say I didn't think that was your cat, wasn't it?
Of course it was. What do you mean, was?
I simply meant it was your cat whom I gave the cocoa. And it was.
And, where's the cat now?
I'm not sure. It went out.
Out where?
Do you know, I wondered that very thing myself when it departed. It seemed a trifle upset after it drank the cocoa and scratched the door to be let out. So I let it.
And you haven't seen it since, I suppose?
As a matter of fact, I have. I followed it.
What? Followed a cat in the dark of night? How?
By the headlamp.
Headlamp? What headlamp?
Of your bicycle.
You rode my bicycle. Edgar, that is a lady's motto. What will people think?
Oh, no one saw me, I'm sure. A running cat seldom uses the main roads.
But why should you do such a thing? A man of your age and social position, riding a lady's bicycle down alleys and over lawns?
It occurred to me that the cat, if feeling unwell, would turn to somebody for help, probably to his mistress. I had an instinctive notion that, wherever you were, it would find you.
Wherever I were? What do you mean, wherever I were? I told you where I was going tonight. There was a fundraising meeting at the church.
Did you enjoy the meeting?
Well, I suppose so, as much as anyone can enjoy one of those tiresome events.
Who was there?
Edgar, I will not be questioned in this matter. One would think you were a farce or I am a hostile witness. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Mavis.
Well?
Not 2 minutes after you left here, the Reverend Smithers rang me up.
Oh.
He was sorry to tell me the meeting had been cancelled.
Well, I was going to tell you that, but I was just so upset about the cat that it quite slipped my mind.
I see.
Oh, don't be so bloody superior. What is this fox and hound game you've been playing with me ever since I got back here? What are you accusing me of?
Do you know where I finally lost track of that cat? Sudbury Lane.
Sudbury Lane? How strange. Why on earth would the cat go to Sudbury Lane?
Well, I thought it might be trying to find you.
Preposterous.
You were nowhere near Sudbury Lane tonight.
Well, I may have been. After all, it is between here and the church. I may have driven along it. I'm sure I don't remember.
Then you don't remember parking the car there?
Oh, yes, of course. Now I remember. I did park there for a while. I had a terrible headache, and I thought a short stroll in the open air would help it.
But you weren't in the open air, my dear. You were in the second floor flat of that building in front of which you had parked.
But really... Oh, yes, of course. Now I remember.
Remember what?
I had a packet of headache powders with me, but I needed a glass of water to take them. I saw a light on in the flat, and I simply went up there and asked the little old lady who lives there for a glass of water.
Little old lady? In the second floor flat? On Sudbury Lane?
Why shouldn't there be a little old lady on the second floor flat of Sudbury Lane?
Because there was a man's name on the bell push in the downstairs hall.
A man's name?
On the bell push.
Oh, yes, of course, now I remember. The little old lady had just recently moved in and hadn't had a chance to put a name upon the bell push.
How could you possibly know that?
She told me. While I was taking headache pouches, she was quite talkative.
Then why did I hear a man's voice when I listened at the door?
You listened?
At the door?
That was a swinish thing to do. I had no idea you were so suspicious.
Mavis, I was not suspicious, merely curious. And I did hear a man's voice in the flat.
It was a radio, you silly fool. Little old ladies often keep on the radio day and night for companionship.
And then I heard a champagne cork pop.
That was the little old lady's me. It popped all the time.
I only heard it pop once.
She only fixed it once.
And I heard you laughing.
Naturally, she looks very silly when she popped to me.
And rumba music?
It's some sort of exercise she does to exercise her sympathy.
But I distinctly heard your voice say, darling.
She was a darling old lady.
And you laughed again.
Her rumba is ludicrous.
And the clink of glasses.
I was finished with my water.
And then you gave a whoop of glee.
Edgar, I never whoop. It was her schnauzer. I simply trodden upon the poor creature's tail, that's all.
I say, darling, is this true?
Why, yes, of course. Why, what did you think was the truth?
I hardly dare tell you, for I'm so overcome with remorse that ever for a moment doubted you.
Well, it's fine. I'm sure anyone under the circumstances would have thought the same thing, dear.
Mavis, my darling, can you ever forgive me?
Oh, why, yes, of course. What an unpleasant evening you must have spent.
I've been an utter fool.
Oh, no.
But I have.
Now.
I do love you so.
Yes.
I don't deserve you.
There.
I shall have to telephone my solicitors at once.
Sir Charles Bromley, whatever for?
Well, when I came home here, I was so upset, so seething with rage for the supposed things I imagined you had done. I was going to...
What are you trying to tell me?
Darling, I've done a dreadful thing.
What?
I phoned Sir Charles and told him I intended to change the terms of my will.
You did what?
Now, my dearest, you needn't fret. That's all I said. Never said a word against you, never indicated, even in the slightest, the alteration of requests. I merely said I wish to change the terms of my will, gave no specifics.
Well, I must admit that is a relief, but I wouldn't want Sir Charles Bromley to think that I would, well, to think that you think that I would, you know.
I'll dispute with the notion before he can even begin to wonder why. Oh, drat, I forgot. He was going out as I rang him up. He won't be home for hours.
Don't worry, dear. I'm sure tomorrow morning will be time enough. Now, finish your drink and let's go to bed.
Yes, of course. I say, darling, something's just crossed my mind.
Yes?
You say you drove to the church, found out there was to be no meeting after all, started driving home, parked the car on Sudbury Lane, went up to the second floor flat, borrowed a glass of water, took the headache powders, and came straight away home?
Yes, that's exactly. That's what I did, precisely.
Well, in that case, there was something about your story that is decidedly odd.
Odd?
Odd.
And just what about my story is so bloody odd?
Mavis, I do wish you wouldn't use that sort of language.
I'll use whatever bleating language I bloody want. Now get to the point.
Well, how is it, mind you, that the car was parked facing towards the church and not away from it?
What are you getting at?
Well, it looks awfully as though you parked the car on the way to the church and not from it, which means you never went near the church at all.
Don't be ridiculous. I just mixed things up, got things in the wrong order. Headache first, then church, that's all.
Did you speak to Reverend Smithers?
Well, no, actually, I spoke to no one. When I saw the church windows were dark, I merely assumed the meeting had been cancelled and came straight home.
Strange.
And just what's so rutty strange about it?
Well, you see, my dear, the church wasn't done. They were having an evening prayer. That's the reason the meeting was cancelled, so Smithers said.
It's a lie! Who are you going to be, your own wife, or that sniveling minister?
I could have mistaken his meaning, I suppose. Shall I call him up and ask?
Don't you touch that phone!
But pistol!
Yes, I suppose you're wondering why I'm pointing it at you?
Well, yes, that was, but rather more just where you got it.
I've had it all along, you just never noticed it.
A pistol that size? I find that hard to believe.
You never noticed anything. No, you don't.
Mate, you wouldn't.
Oh, wouldn't I?
No, you wouldn't.
Would?
Wouldn't.
Would?
Very well, have it your way, but why?
Do you mean to tell me you really don't know?
I mean to tell you, I do tell you. I don't see why you would shoot me.
Are you blind or just incorrigibly stupid?
Are those the only choices I get? It's hardly sporting.
Oh, fine, very well then, you simpleton, I'll tell you. I hate you! Always have hated you. Every minute of our wedded life has been a nightmare to me. I can't bear your arms about me, your lips upon mine, the touch of your hand. Every minute of our wedded life has been the most horrible experience I have ever dealt with in my life. I will not put up with it for another minute, not another minute. Do you hear?
Mavis, darling, we've only been married this morning.
I don't care, it's already too much.
A moment, just a single moment.
Well, what for?
May I finish my drink?
Oh, very well, I suppose so.
joke, you're right. I say, might have another go at it.
Really now, Edward?
Can't make a chap try.
No, I suppose not.
Well, guess there's nothing for it then. Cheerio.
Cheerio? You're not dead!
Sorry. Sorry, no. Only a flesh wound, though you must say it's smart enough places.
Last, I never was much of a shot. Oh, well, there's more where that came from. Oh, Edgar, I'm sorry, that must have been simply dreadful.
Perhaps, if you stood a wee bit closer.
Oh, yes, I did.
That's got it. Oh, ouch. Damn, embarrassed.
Oh, Edgar, what have I done? What have I done? I must have been out of my mind. Whatever will I do? Hello? Darling, it's you! Oh, it doesn't matter if I call you darling anymore. Edgar's gone. Yes? Oh, no, he won't be back any time soon, unexpectedly. The fact of the matter is I've shot him. Yes, with a pistol. Can I what? Oh, no, darling. There's just no way in the world that we can make the police think that he was suicide. Yes, you see, in my enthusiasm project, I shot him 3 times. Yes, Prairie. The first 2 nearly wounded him. Yes, don't mention it, darling. But of course I had to do it. He knew all about her. Yes, he was at your flat, I tell you, on Sunbury Lane. Yes, darling, don't mention it. But what am I to do now? Oh, no, there's just no room in the boot of the runabout, even if I could manage to drag him to the drive. Oh, then do stop by, darling. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Toodles. Oh, Edgar, why did you make me do it? Why?
But she's expecting me. My God.
Oh, it's Inspector Prairie. Yes, sir, she is expecting you. She's been ever so upset what with the master not returning home last night. Here, have a chair and I'll tell you you're here. Can I get you anything? A cup of tea?
No, thank you, miss.
Malloy. Lots of Malloy. And it's Mrs. I've been the Holmes's housekeeper for nearly 30 years.
Oh, perhaps you can tell me. Is it usual for Mr. Hollis to be absent himself from home without warning?
Oh, no, sir. Never, sir. He was never one for breakfast. If he was to not return home, he would simply say so. I only hope he hasn't had an accident.
Just where was he going last night?
I'm sure I have no idea, sir. Never said a word to me, he did. He was still home last night when I went to bed.
So you live on the premises, Lottie?
Yes, sir. The bedroom just off the kitchen in the back.
And you didn't hear him go out last night?
Or hear Mrs. Hollis coming either.
Mrs. Hollis was out last night?
Yes, sir. I thought you knew.
No, I didn't. Of course, she may have said something to you from the police and simply got left out of the report.
Yes, sir. I'm sure that's what happened.
Is that Mrs. Hollister?
Oh, no, sir. That is not the one wearing with the police. There's the first Mrs. Hollister. Master Edgar brought her here to my cottage nearly 24 years ago with a bride. She died, poor soul, nearly 5 years ago, just after Miss Susan walked to America.
Miss Susan?
Master Edgar's only child.
A daughter, I presume?
Yes, sir.
Why did she go to America?
Well, you see, sir, her mother, that's the first Mrs. Hollister, was American, and she wanted Susan to attend the same university where she had gone before she married Master Edgar. Miss Susan only just graduated last month. A terrible shame her dear mother wasn't here to see it. Of course, if she were here, she wouldn't see it since it happened over there.
Yes, of course, but you said last month, and she isn't home yet?
Oh, no, sir, but I could see she's expected fairly shortly.
Why do you suppose that, Lottie?
Because I heard them arguing about afternoon tea yesterday.
Arguing?
Well, perhaps I think I'm a bit too strongly, sir. Let's just say they were having a difference of opinion.
About what?
About Miss Susan's thing, I want you to return to England. Miss Templeton, oh, excuse me, still not used to being married to Master. Mrs. Hollister was quite proud of the idea of having a child by his first wife under the roof. If you ask me, sir.
If I ask you what, Lottie?
Excuse me, sir, but I think I hear the missus coming now.
Mrs. Hollister?
Yes.
I'm expecting to have all the area police.
Inspector, I thought they'd simply sent around a constable.
They would, ordinarily. But you see, your husband's a rather old man.
Oh, what? Lottie,
did you summon the police?
Yes, why? Well, of course it might not be a joke. Of course it isn't.
Yes, you say he's a terrible tease.
Yes, he is. No, he's not. Is it? Really, Mrs. Malloy?
Come now, which is it? Was he a tease or not?
He was.
Why did you say it was?
Why did you say was?
I didn't.
Did so? Did? Really, Mrs. Malloy? But already.
Wasn't?
Is it?
You said wasn't.
Did?
Oh, come now, which is it?
You mean which wasn't? Which was what?
It.
What? What you said?
When?
Earlier. Oh, then.
Exactly.
Well, I do so like to keep things clear, don't you?
Quite.
Will be anything else, Mrs.? No, Mrs. Malloy, you may go.
Actually, I have a few questions for Mrs. Malloy, if you don't mind.
Oh, sorry. That's all right. Not you.
That's all right.
Do go on, Inspector.
Mrs. Hollister, you say you didn't get your last go out last night?
No, I didn't.
And when did you first notice your husband was missing?
Just before I phoned the police.
Ah. And when precisely was that?
Well, just after I noticed Edgar was missing.
Ah. That agrees with the police report precisely.
Well, yes, Inspector. After all, I have nothing to hide.
Now, Mrs. Malloy, you say you didn't get your last go out.
Oh, here was the pastor coming either. But that doesn't mean he didn't go out.
No, of course it doesn't.
I was just saying facts, Mrs.
Yes, of course you were.
In any case, he must have gone out since he isn't in.
You did search, of course, everywhere before calling the police.
Yes, of course. Upstairs, downstairs, even the cellar.
Why did you say even the cellar, Mrs. Hollister?
Well, there's something frightening about it, that's all. It's very dark and walled in and damp, no windows, and those rows of corks floating at you like staring eyes.
Corks?
Yes, my husband has quite the extensive wine storage area in the cellar, running from wall to wall, just beneath where we are sitting now.
Might I see the cellar?
Yes, but do you mind if Lottie showed you the way? I don't like it down there.
As you prefer, Lottie?
Yes, sir, just be quiet. Perhaps it's Master Edgar. It can't be. I mean, why would he call? Why wouldn't he simply just come home? Perhaps it's that rocket accident. Impossible.
Why do you say that?
Because I had the car, Edgar didn't have the car.
Really? How odd.
And what's so odd about it?
If you had the car and your husband was missing, how did he leave?
Yes, I hadn't thought of that. How did the master leave? He might have gone on foot. A man his age in the night air on foot?
It does seem unlikely, Mrs. Hollister.
Edgar is an unlikely person. Is anybody going to get that? Yes, yes. Really, Mrs. Malloy?
I'll get it. Hello? Oh, no, sorry, he doesn't seem to be in. Will anybody else do? Hi? Oh, just a visitor here. Would you like to speak with Mrs. Hollister? Oh, really? Why not? I see. Yes, that's extremely interesting, Sir Charles. Now tell me, what exactly were the terms of the new will?
New will? New will.
Oh, he didn't? But doesn't that strike you as odd? I mean, calling you in the middle of the night, and then... Yes, I understand from his wife that he's a bit of a tease, Sir Charles. Oh, really? I see. Yes, thank you all of you. I realize that a solicitor should never reveal intimate details about his client. But don't you worry, everything you just blurted out to me will be held in the strictest confidence. Yes, I promise. Ta-ta.
What did Sir Charles say?
Sir Charles, your master went up last night.
Inspector! You just gave your word to keep us all in confidence. How can you deceive Sir Charles this way?
Oh, I never deceived Sir Charles, ma'am. But you see, it may not have been Sir Charles. It may have been an imposter.
I think that's perfectly wrong of you. The caller believed you when you said you were a policeman.
Of course. I am a policeman.
Oh, this is madness, just madness! What did Sir Charles say?
Well, Sir Charles says that your master rang him up last night and said he wanted to change his will.
Aha! And in whose favor?
Well, of course, Sir Charles doesn't know. So the old will stands as is. But when Sir Charles said that your master rang him up last night and said he wanted to make an appointment with him this morning, and he didn't keep up, he naturally rang up to find out why. By the way, Mrs. Hollister, Sir Charles says your husband is not a bit of a tease.
If that was Sir Charles.
Yes, that's true enough.
And even if it were he, his opinion is no more than just that. Besides, a husband is far more likely to be a tease to his wife than to his family solicitor. I hate to admit it, Inspector, that does seem to make quite a bit of sense.
Yes, I'm afraid it does, Lottie. Anyway, back to the business at hand. Would you kindly point me to the way to the cellar?
Oh, yes, sir, it's this way.
I see that you're a bit confused yourself, Lottie.
Oh, can't you spit and polish every single moment, I always say. When have you said that? You've never said that in your life. That's all you knew.
Now, ladies. Oh, young fella.
Perhaps it's Master Edgar. Nonsense!
What do you say? Nonsense, Mrs. Hollister.
Because Edgar had a latchkey, there would be no need for him to ring the bell. I hate to admit this, Edgar, that makes quite a bit of sense.
Didn't you just say that?
The hand of Prairie, can I take it more than once? Oh, who can that be? Who can that be?
Let's find out. Constable Howard, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Abel Howard of the Harrogate Constabulary. That's who I am, all right?
Oh, dash it all. Didn't they tell you I had this investigation under control?
Yes, sir. That they did. They said you were here on routine missing persons case.
My husband is not a routine missing person.
Begging your pardon, ma'am, that's not what the expression means.
Nonetheless, much of the fact is, I'm here, so you needn't be.
That is where you're wrong, Inspector.
What? An inspection, please?
Wrong?
Right.
Make up your mind, young man.
Yes, Constable, explain yourself.
Well, it's quite simple, sir. You are here because of a party that was lost. I am here because of a party that was found.
Bound?
Found who? Found Edgar?
Sorry, but I do believe I have found your missing cat. This is your cat, is it not, ma'am?
Well, I can't be certain. Cats do tend to look much alike.
Its name and address were dangling from the collar. Of course, animal tags can be forged.
Well, then just let me take a look. Why, yes, of course! That is my cat. What happened? Motor car?
We have reason to believe your cat had been met with foul play.
Oh, no!
Also, a routine inspection of the animal led to an interesting discovery that just before it perished, it had been drinking cocoa.
What's interesting about that?
Yes, lots of cats like to drink cocoa.
The cocoa had been adulterated with a large dollop of potassium cyanide.
What?
You mean murder?
That's the way it looks.
Ridiculous.
Yes, Constable, are you quite sure?
Yes, why would anybody want to murder a cat? I don't follow you.
Well, for instance, had your husband had any plans to have a cup of cocoa the night you saw him last?
No! Of course not! I'm sure you wouldn't have mentioned it. Edgar and I have no secrets from one another. Wait! Cocoa, did you say? Why, when I woke up this morning, there's a pan of cocoa still on the stool. How dare you say such a thing? You are discharged! After more than 30 years? No, right this instant!
You know, Mrs. Hollister, are you being a bit harsh?
No! I want you out of this house! Out! And you here!
In just a moment, ma'am. First, I have to ask her a question. Mrs. Malloy, what did you do with cocoa on the stove?
I poured it down the sink, washed out the pan, and put it right away. Why, how very efficient of you, Mrs. Malloy. Consider yourself rehired. Thank you, Mrs. Hollister.
No use for looking for cyanide in a washed up dish pan, I guess.
None, I'm afraid, so if you've no need me, I'll be going.
Matter of fact, I could use a hand. After all, over to Sir Charles Romney's office and check under the post of Edgar Hollister's will.
Oh, but must you? I mean, it's not as though Edgar were dead or anything. Just mysteriously absent.
That's true enough, of course. But still, I don't know what's what in case Edgar does turn up dead. Could save a lot of time in the future.
Whatever you think is best.
Constable, while I'm gone, would you mind checking out the cellar to make sure Edgar Hollister isn't lying about the place?
But there is a cellar. Why would he lie about it?
I don't mean lying about it. I mean lying about it.
Well, whatever it is doing, call her down and find out.
I'm off to interrogate Sir Charles.
And I'm off to the kitchen to prepare some luncheon. And I'll get upstairs with a beastly headache. Cheero!
Cheero.
Cheero!
Cheerio.
Mind the steps, they're slippery. mucking about with carpentry of some sort. Used to enjoy making things with all sorts of hidden panels and secret drawers. That one now. I say, there's an awful draft in here. Of course, with the front door wide open. Very pretty of you, dear. Thank you. Oh, but homecomings are so utterly delicious, aren't they? Where's Father? Oh, Miss Susan, I hardly know how to begin. Your father's vanished.
What did you say, Letty?
Lottie.
Lottie?
Miss Susan's father has vanished. Vanished? Oh, but how terribly inconvenient. I was so looking forward to showing him my diploma. I was so hard to graduate with honors, and now all my effort hardly seems worth it. What's the point of studying if no one's about?
Darling, I care.
Yes, I dare say you do, but that's a function of a fiancé after on some ghastly account. Miss Susan's fiancé, did you say? Yes, Mr. Draper and I became officially engaged 3 miles from Liverpool on the after-deck of our steamship last night. But it was frightfully romantic, Lottie. I wish you could have been there to hear.
Probably would have spoken my piece with the witness there, honey.
No, that's true. So I suppose it's because Lottie wasn't there, my dear darling. Ah, but we're taking for the principal topic, aren't we? Vanished, you say? Father? So it would seem that we certainly have been unable to find him. Father! I was father gentle so terribly worried, but now I hear him all about it. Have to introduce you to my new fiancé, Prairie, a charming American I met on the boat ride home. Miss Susan, that is not your father. That's Abel Howard of the Heritage Constabulary. He has been searching for your father. What? Really? Terribly sorry, Constable, but you do have my father rather striking resemblance. Can you ever forgive me?
No trouble at all, miss. After all, you've been away for years.
That's true, and I do have such sweating on my very faces, don't I, Barry? What? Barry, is something the matter?
Susan, darling, would you very much mind letting go of the constable?
Oh, of course, that's forgive me. I hope I haven't offended you, Constable.
Not at all, miss. These things happen.
But I say, Lottie, do you think perhaps Miss Templeton knows her father that? The last thought I had was that he and she were getting on just splendidly, and I thought perhaps they might have gone on for a holiday. Oh, then you don't know. Of course you don't. You want the bill when it happens.
When what happened, Letty?
Lottie.
Lottie?
When what happened? Miss Susan, I hardly know how to begin. Your father's remarried. What?
When?
Just 2 days ago, Friday morning it was.
What? The very day he vanished?
The very day, married that morning, vanished that night.
With or without the former Miss Templeton?
Now.
Then he simply can't be gone on his honeymoon, not without his bride. Unless he's the forgetful type. Does forgetfulness run in your family, miss?
I can't remember. But I say, Lottie, he'd only met his Miss Templeton when he wrote me 2 weeks ago. Wasn't this marriage just a bit sudden? A bit too sudden, if you ask me, miss. I just did ask you.
Here now, what's this? Oh, just a secret drawer.
Father had them all over the place.
And what have we here? Any of you recognize this?
Why, it looks like Father's old pocket shooting pistol.
And recently fired too, or I missed my guess. I wonder now. What is it, officer?
Constable?
Constable? Well, from the look of the back of these cartridges, there have just been 3 shots fired.
3 shots?
Fired? Yes. Doesn't it strike me all as a peculiar coincidence?
You mean a missing man?
A hidden pistol?
And 3 shots fired from it?
No,
not particularly.
Well, I dare say there's nothing to it, but if you don't mind, I'll take this down to the station and have it checked for fingerprints.
But it's bound to have fingerprints. All the practice, all the time.
Darling, I think he means fingerprints besides your father's.
But nobody ever handled that pistol other than Master. Nobody.
But if somebody did handle that pistol, it could mean...
Oh, very holy! Holy!
Still, if somebody did fire this pistol, I wonder why nobody heard any shots.
Oh, I heard shots! Just 2 days ago. Right after Miss Templeton, excuse me, Mrs. Hollister, you know, she lives here. Father brought that woman to live here, in our house!
Any reason he shouldn't have, miss?
Oh, no, George, I'd like to keep my facts straight.
But, Lottie, if you heard shots, why didn't you tell anybody?
I didn't think it was important. Is it?
Not particularly, of course, but every little clue helps. How many shots did you hear?
3. Exactly 3. No more, no less.
Well, how could you be still so certain after Miss Hollister returned?
But the driver comes right past my bedroom, and the headlights flash in my room. Something appears.
Can you give us an exact time, Lottie?
It's just 6 minutes past noon. I think he means the time that new Mrs. Hollister came home on Friday night. Oh, I can tell you that. It was just going on 9 o'clock. You must be Susan. You must be Mabel. Barry Draper.
I'm Susan's fiancé.
Have you mentioned Constable Howard? We've had that pleasure yet. But I must say, I did expect an older woman, near Father's age. And I expected a younger girl, the way you look in your photographs. But in any case, Susan, welcome home. Oh, thank you, Mavis. I'm made for
but still not. Well, it's done is done. I'll take this down to the ballistics and see if they can match up the shells later on. If it has been done.
Awfully sorry, Constable.
Oh, don't be, Mavis. After all, you couldn't have known. But I say, wouldn't it be funny if there had been foul play, and you'd done it, and there'd be no way of telling your involvement because of touching the pistol just now?
Well, I've put my bicycle back, if you'll excuse me.
But Constable, did you find anything in the cellar?
Yes and no, ma'am. I did find something a bit odd, but nothing that smacks of the criminal. There's a brand new wine rack that runs from this general area over there down in the cellar. It quite wells up the cellar area just under the front of this room. Try to get the feet behind it, of course, but it's nailed up tighter than a drum. Would you know what's behind it?
No, I wouldn't, sorry. But perhaps Susan would. I mean, after all, she's lived here most of her life.
The front area of the cellar, you say? Nothing to my knowledge. It was always damp there, the walls seemed much hot after a heavy rain, so my father simply sealed it off years ago.
That would seem to explain it, Constable. Yes, it certainly seemed that way. Well, in any case, I'm off.
Well, now, why don't we all sit down and get to know one another, shall we? Lottie, will you feed you some lunch?
Yes, Mrs. Hollister.
Now, tell me all about yourself. I should show some concern about who is about to marry into our family.
Oh, not much to tell. I'm just a run-of-the-mill, handsome young American millionaire who fell Pettifer Hills in love on one moonlit night with your charming stepdaughter, which I know next to nothing about her, or her family, or her background, or anything, but I'll just be playing hornswoggle with this pretty little gal that throw me a loop the moment she batted those pretty little eyes my way.
A millionaire? Susan, where'd you get that, please?
Certainly, Mavis.
You British folks sure know how to make a Yankee feel welcome. I thought you'd be kind of cold and reserved.
Why, what a thing to say, Mr. Draper.
Oh, please call me Barry.
Only if you call me Mavis. Oh, don't tell me that hard work on a Sunday.
Prime knows no color, Mrs. Hollister, but who have we here?
I'm Susan Hollister, just back from America by steamship, on which voyage I met and became engaged to Barry Draper, the young man you see there on the sofa.
Inspector, Mr. Draper, Miss Hollister.
But I say, Draper could have police inspector what about?
So, you haven't heard about your father?
Oh, that yes, but I thought Constable Howard was handling the case.
Hardly. Constable Howard merely came to return a missing cat.
Are you absolutely sure? I mean, Constable Howard's just now to the lab checking the target pistol prints. Hardly seems like current connection with the cat.
Target pistol?
In the sideboard.
Secret drawer?
Same place, but I'm forgetting my manners. Will you stay with us to lunch?
Sorry, but I never eat when I'm on duty.
Then how about a drink?
Oh, alright.
Whiskey and soda?
That'll be fine with you. Now, let me see. What will I find?
On duty.
Ah, yes. Mrs. Hollister? Ma'am, I saw Sir Charles yesterday afternoon with regard to your husband's telephone call to him the night before.
Sir Charles Ramsey? Well, a solicitor. We say solicitor, we mean lawyer.
Why?
Why not?
An answer to a question, yes.
What question?
When I said Sir Charles, that I mean Sir Charles Rumble.
Don't you know?
I wasn't asking if that's who I meant. I was answering her question about which question she meant.
And did I
Did you what?
mean that question?
Well, don't you know?
I assumed she did.
Then I probably did.
Did what?
Mean it.
Oh,
I'm glad that's settled.
Now, where was I?
at Sir Charles Ramsey's.
Ah, yes.
And, what did Sir Charles Bromley say?
Sir Charles said that I think we'd all better sit down.
What an odd thing for Sir Charles to say!
Darling, I think the inspector said that.
But
did
that's
say
right,
that.
I heard him.
In any case, let us sit down.
Darling, I told you not to wait up for me.
9 o'clock in the evening is hardly a long vigil. Was there some other reason you thought I'd have gone to bed earlier?
Well, you were drinking your cocoa before I left. You usually drop off right after that.
I didn't drink the cocoa.
But you always drink your cocoa.
Tonight, I decided not to. So I didn't.
I see. And was there any particular reason?
For what?
Not drinking your cocoa?
Suppose I should say there was.
Are you saying so?
What would you do if I did?
Say it and see.
Alright then, I did.
Did what?
Did say it.
No, you didn't.
Are you sure?
Quite sure.
Then I do say it.
Say what?
That there was.
What?
A particular reason why I did not drink my cocoa.
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
Edgar, darling, if you didn't drink the cocoa, then what did you do with it?
Gave it to the cat.
What cat? My cat?
I say I didn't think that was your cat, wasn't it?
Of course it was. What do you mean, was?
I simply meant that your cat whom I gave the cocoa. And it was.
And, where's the cat now?
I'm not sure. It went out.
Out where?
Do you know? I wondered that very thing myself when it departed. It seemed a trifle upset after it drank the cocoa and scratched the door to be let out. So I let it.
And you haven't seen it fled, I suppose?
As a matter of fact, I have. I followed it.
What? Followed a cat in the dark of night? How?
By the headlamp
Headlamp? What headlamp?
of your bicycle.
You rode my bicycle. Edgar, that is a lady's motto. What will people think?
Oh, no one saw me, I'm sure. A running cat seldom uses the main roads.
But why should you do such a thing? A man of your age and social position, riding a lady's bicycle down alleys and over lawns?
It occurred to me that the cat, if feeling unwell, would turn to somebody for help, probably to his mistress. I had an instinctive notion that, wherever you were, it would find you.
Wherever I were? What do you mean, wherever I were? I told you where I was going tonight. There was a fundraising meeting at the church.
Did you enjoy the meeting?
Well, I suppose so, as much as anyone can enjoy one of those tiresome events.
Who was there?
Edgar, I will not be questioned in this matter. One would think you were a farce or an honorable hostile witness. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Mavis.
Well?
Not 2 minutes after you left here, the Reverend Smithers rang me up.
Oh.
He was sorry to tell me the meeting had been cancelled.
Well, I was going to tell you that, but I was just so upset about the cat that it quite slipped my mind.
I see.
Oh, don't be so bloody superior. What is this fox and hound game you've been playing with me ever since I got back here? What are you accusing me of?
Do you know where I finally lost track of that cat? Sudbury Lane.
Sudbury Lane? How strange. Why on earth would the cat go to Sudbury Lane?
Well, I thought it might be trying to find you.
Preposterous.
You were nowhere near Sudbury Lane tonight.
Well, I may have been. After all, it is between here and the church. I may have driven along it. I'm sure I don't remember.
Then you don't remember parking the car there.
Oh, yes, of course. Now I remember. I did park there for a while. I had a terrible headache, and I thought a short stroll in the open air would help it.
But you weren't in the open air, my dear. You were in the second floor flat of that building in front of which you had parked.
But really... Oh, yes, of course. Now I remember.
Remember what?
I had a packet of headache powders with me, but I needed a glass of water to take them. I saw a light on in the flat, and I simply went up there and asked the little old lady who lives there for a glass of water.
Little old lady? In the second floor flat? On Sudbury Lane?
Why shouldn't there be a little old lady on the second floor flat of Sudbury Lane?
Because there was a man's name on the bell push in the downstairs hall.
A man's name?
On the bell push.
Oh, yes, of course, now I remember. The little old lady had just recently moved in and hadn't had a chance to put a name upon the bell push.
How could you possibly know that?
She told me. While I was taking headache pouches, she was quite talkative.
Then why did I hear a man's voice when I listened at the door?
You listened?
At the door?
That was a swinish thing to do. I had no idea you were so suspicious.
Mavis, I was not suspicious, really curious. I did hear a man's voice in the flat.
It was a radio, you silly fool. Little old ladies often keep on the radio day and night for companionship.
And then I heard a champagne cork pop.
That was the little old lady's knee. It popped all the time.
I only heard it pop once.
She only fixed it once.
And I heard you laughing.
Naturally, she was very silly when she popped her
but I distinctly heard your voice say, "Darling."
She was a darling old lady.
And you laughed again.
Her mother is ludicrous.
And the clink of glasses.
I was finished with my water.
And then you gave a whoop of glee.
Edgar, I never whoop. It was her schnauzer. I simply trod upon the poor creature's tail, that's all.
I say, darling, is this true?
Why, yes, of course. Why, what did you think was the truth?
I hardly dare tell you, for I'm so overcome with remorse that ever for a moment doubted you.
Well, it's fine. I'm sure anyone under the circumstances would have thought the same thing, dear.
Mavis, my darling, can you ever forgive me?
Oh, why, yes, of course. What an unpleasant evening you must have spent.
I've been an utter fool.
Oh, no.
But I have.
Now.
I do love you so.
Yes.
I don't deserve you.
There.
I shall have to telephone my solicitor at once.
Sir Charles Bromley, whatever for?
Well, when I came home here, I was so upset, so seething with rage for the supposed things I had imagined you had done. I was going to...
What are you trying to tell me?
Darling, I've done a dreadful thing.
What?
I phoned Sir Charles and told him I intended to change the terms of my will.
You did what?
Now, my dearest, you needn't fret. That's all I said. Never said a word against you, never indicated, even in the slightest, the alteration of requests. I merely said I wish to change the terms of my will, gave no specifics.
Well, I must admit that is a relief. I wouldn't want Sir Charles Bromley to think that I would, well, to think that you would think that I would, you know.
I'll dispute him with the notion before we can even begin to wonder why. Oh, drat, I forgot. He was going out as I rang him up. He won't be home for hours.
Don't worry, dear. I'm sure tomorrow morning will be time enough. Now, finish your drink and let's go to bed.
Yes, of course. I say, darling, something's just crossed my mind.
Yes?
You say you drove to the church, found out there was to be no meeting after all, started driving home, parked the car on Sudbury Lane, went up to the second floor flat, borrowed a glass of water, took the headache powders, and came straight away home?
Yes, that's exactly. That's what I did, precisely.
Well, in that case, there was something about your story that is decidedly odd.
Odd? And just what about my story so bloody odd?
Mavis, I do wish you wouldn't use that sort of language.
I'll use whatever bleating language I bloody want. Now get to the point.
Well, how is it, mind you, that the car was parked facing towards the church and not away from it?
What are you getting at?
Well, it looks awfully as though you parked the car on the way to the church and not from it, which means you never went near the church at all.
Don't be ridiculous. I just mixed things up, got things in the wrong order. Headache first, then church, that's all.
Did you speak to Reverend Smithers?
Well, no, actually, I spoke to no one. When I saw the church windows were dark, I merely assumed the meeting had been cancelled and came straight home.
Strange.
I just said what's so rutty strange about it.
Well, you see, my dear, the church wasn't done. They were having an evening person. That's the reason the meeting was cancelled, so Smithers said.
It's a lie! Who are you going to give your own wife or that sniveling minister?
I could have mistaken his meaning, I suppose. Shall I call him up and ask?
Don't you touch that phone!
That pistol!
Yes, I suppose you're wondering why I'm pointing it at you?
Well, yes, that was, but rather more just where you got it.
I've had it all along, you just never noticed it.
A pistol that size? I find that hard to believe.
You never noticed anything. No, you don't.
Mate, you wouldn't.
Oh, wouldn't I?
No, you wouldn't.
Would?
Wouldn't.
Would?
Perhaps I'll have it your way, but why?
Do you mean to tell me you really don't know?
I mean to tell you, I do tell you. I don't see why you would shoot me.
Are you blind or just incorrigibly stupid?
Are those the only choices I get? It's hardly sporting.
Oh, fine, very well then, you simpleton, I'll tell you. I hate you! Always have hated you. Every minute of our wretched life has been a nightmare to me. I can't bear your arms about me, your lips upon mine, the touch of your hand. Every minute of our wretched life has been the most horrible experience I have ever dealt with in my life. I will not put up with it for another minute, not another minute. Do you hear?
Mavis, darling, we've only been married this morning. your face and knock you out cold before you come out with a surprise.
Oh, Edgar, you tell me, in order for that trick to work, the other party must be standing beside you.
By Jove, you're right. I say, might have another go at it.
Really now, Edgar?
Can't make a chap try.
No, I suppose not.
Well, guess there's nothing for it then. Cheero!
Cheero! You're not dead!
Sorry. Sorry, no. Only a flush. Though you must say it's smart as the blazes.
Last, I never was much of a shot. Oh, well, there's more where that came from. Oh, Edgar, I'm sorry, that must have been simply dreadful.
Perhaps, if you stood a wee bit closer.
Oh, yes, I did. I thought that.
That's got it. Oh, ouch. Damn, blast.
Oh, Edgar, what have I done? What have I done? I must have been out of my mind. Whatever will I do? Hello? Darling, it's you! Oh, it doesn't matter if I call you darling anymore. Edgar's gone. Yes? Oh, no, he won't be back any time soon, unexpectedly. The fact of the matter is I've shot him. Yes, with a pistol. Can I what? Oh, no, darling, there's just no way in the world that we can make the police think that you're suicide. Yes, you see, in my enthusiasm of the project, I shot him 3 times. Yes, 3. The first 2 nearly wounded him. Yes, don't mention it, darling. But of course I had to do it. He knew all about her. Yes, he was at your flat, I tell you, on Sunbury Lane. Yes, darling, don't mention it. But what am I to do now? Oh, no, there's just no room in the boot of the runabout, even if I could manage to drag him to the drive. Oh, then do stop by, darling. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Good. Oh, Edgar, why did you make me do it? Why? There you are, my dear. Do you take cream, sugar, or lemon?
No, thank you. It's just fine as is.
Well, you can't be sure until you've tasted it, my dear. I'm not sure that my skills at tea brewing are all that it should be.
It certainly was kind of you to make the tea and not this afternoon, Arl.
Well, I thought that with the 2 of us here quite alone, that it would help pass the time. Now drink up.
Oh, it's so hard to simply just sit here, wondering, worried.
About what?
About Father, of course.
Oh, yes, I'd nearly forgotten.
Forgotten Father?
Well, what I mean, my dear, is that I've been so swept up in my own personal concern for him that I quite forgot how much you must also be concerned. Now drink up.
Do you know, I was just wondering if Father might not be in the cellar.
The cellar? What a silly notion, the cellar indeed. If he were, we would have found him there.
Oh, but there's a secret room down there. I've only just now remembered it.
You must be mistaken, my dear. Now hurry up and drink your tea before it gets cold.
But Mavis, didn't Father tell you? His very secret rooms and drawers and things are his particular pride and joy. I would have thought he'd have shared the secret with the woman he married.
Well, perhaps he said something wrong about it. I've been so upset since his disappearance that I can't be expected to recall everything.
Oh, no, of course not, dear Mavis. I quite understand. But I do think it would be worth our while to have just a little peek into the murder room.
Where did you say?
Oh, that was just Father's little joke. You know how funny he is.
Yes, a barrel of laughs.
He always used to josh about the secret room, said it would be the perfect place to hide a body after a murder because no one knew it was that. So we came to refer to it as the murder room. Aren't you talking to you about it?
Well, he may have said something or other. Oh, you mean that room behind the wine rack?
Yes, that's the one. I thought you might be hiding there, perhaps. He does so enjoy pulling one flag.
I dare say, but in any case, he simply can't be behind that room. Constable Howard mentioned quite definitely that it was nailed shut. Yes, it all comes back to me now. The panel in the wine rack that used to open into the secret room is firmly nailed shut.
How strange. Do you think we should mention it to the police?
No! I mean, since it is nailed shut, he can't have gone behind it. Why waste the policeman's time following false leads?
That's true, I suppose.
Yes, of course, but darling, I'm sure he'd suffocate in there. Yes, even a perfectly healthy man would suffocate in there in a day's time.
Oh, but Father wouldn't let that happen to him.
Darling, I don't see what he could do about preventing it.
Well, of course, even if he had accidentally locked in there, he simply could pop in out of the other secret door.
Other secret door? What other secret door?
Well, at the foot of the secret stairway, of course. Didn't Father tell you about it?
No, he never mentioned it, not a word.
Oh,
I never knew that there was another way out of that room.
Well, I'm so glad I could cheer you up in this way.
Cheer me up.
Why, yes. I can see that your mood is much more lively than when we first set down the key, and so I can only assume that it has done wonders for your spirits to know that even if Father had been accidentally locked in there, he's certainly out by now.
Yes, but Susan, this other exit, where is it?
Let me see. It occurs to me that the exit was... Oh, this door. Shall I get it?
No, I will. I can't imagine who'd be calling on us at this hour.
Perhaps it's Father.
I do wish you hadn't said that. Who is it?
Constable Howard, the Harrogate Police, ma'am.
Oh, it's just the police. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, ma'am. Miss?
Good afternoon, Constable. To what do we owe this unexpected pleasure?
There have been a few new developments in the case, and I wish to discuss them with you, Miss Hollister.
And not with me.
Oh, sorry. I meant that word in its plural sense, with both of you, naturally.
Would you join us? We were just sitting down to tea.
Yes, very kind of you, sure. I do hate to miss my tea, but with all this work, I thought I'd have to pass it by.
Well, take this. I haven't touched it. No! What?
I say!
It's cold. Colder. I can't give you cold tea. I'll just go and make some fresh.
But, Mavis, darling, really?
There's no need.
It's the least I can do. Just give me a minute.
Is your stepmother always this jittery, miss?
Oh, I expect not. It's probably just all the worry about Father that would make anyone a bit jumpy. Do you know, I thought she'd faint when I mentioned you might be at the door just now.
Is that a fact? She must be very anxious, mustn't she?
Oh, it's probably just all the talk about the secret room.
Secret room, did you say?
Oh, I did promise Mavis I wouldn't mention it to the police. Now, it's nothing like that. We simply just didn't want to waste your time on a false trail.
Oh, and what makes you so certain it is a false trail?
Well, obviously, even if Father had been accidentally locked into the room behind the wine rack in the secret stairway, he would obviously just come popping out of the secret stairway.
Room? Behind the wine rack? Secret stairway?
Oh, I did promise Mavis I wouldn't bother you with all this. Please don't say anything to her.
No, but some of the time, would you mind just showing me where the secret stairway is?
If you like, but I don't see why...
Shh, not a word now. We don't want to upset her.
Oh, you're so understanding. Hello, Mavis, back so soon.
The water is heating up for the tea. What have you two been chatting about?
So I thought.
Yes, the weather.
And just what about the weather?
Nice.
Ever so nice.
That's nice. Now, you said you had news for us, Constable.
Well, it may mean nothing, of course.
Even so, I should like to hear it.
It's about your father's disappearance.
Well, naturally, what else could it be?
Well, I don't mean about his disappearance specifically. I mean about the act of disappearing itself.
Oh,
I don't think I understand, Constable.
Well, you see, for a person to disappear, they must first be in one place and then not be in that place. Do you see? Our problem is, if you went off, how did you go off?
does it really matter so much?
Probably not, but it does give us food for thought, if you follow me.
I don't believe I do.
All right, then. Let's say he vanished.
He has vanished.
Yes, but I wish we had this as a hypothesis.
Oh, very well.
Then how did he go about vanishing? There's only the one car, and you had that.
Yes.
And there were no trains out of here that night, nor was it do any of the cab companies have any record of a man answering to your husband's description, nor is there any record of a car coming by the house before your own did that night, ma'am.
Can you be quite sure of that?
That's what Lottie assures me. It seems she's a light sleeper, and her light of any car approaching the house seemed to awaken her.
But what if a car came while it was still light out? It is July. The sun seldom sets before 8 o'clock or so.
Yes, but in that case, Lottie wouldn't have been to bed at all, don't you see?
He might have walked.
Oh, no, Mavis, I don't think so. For there's a very well-known personage hereabouts. I'm sure someone would have remembered.
As a matter of fact, someone did remember seeing him.
There, you see? What did I tell you?
But he wasn't walking.
What was he doing?
Cycling. On a lady's bicycle. After dark.
Father, on
independent witnesses, he seems to have been following a cat.
How absurd! Why would Father follow a cat about?
You don't suppose that was my cat, do you?
Ah, that's very astute of you, ma'am. As a matter of fact, that's just what we did think after finding your cat dead of cyanide poisoning, you know.
Mavis's cat? Poisoned?
Yes, I'm afraid so. With all the excitement of your father's disappearance, I forgot to tell you about that.
That's quite understandable.
Thank you.
Well, in any case, we've cleared up the means of Father's disappearance. With no car, or train, or cab, he went off by bicycle.
The only trouble with that theory, miss, is that the bicycle was found here, in the garage.
Nonsense! You can't know it was the same bicycle.
The 3 witnesses' descriptions tally.
In every respect.
In every one. Golden handlebars, bright red hand grips, turquoise frame, pink fur seat covers, revolving tail lights, 3-tone bell, polka dot chain guard, and lemon-colored pedals.
There must be hundreds like it. I'm sure there are.
Yes, I saw one just like that this very afternoon.
There you see.
And where was that, miss?
In our garage.
Miss, perhaps you don't understand.
I'll just go see about that tea now, Constable.
What? Oh, yes, the tea. Very kind of you. Now, what was I talking about?
I can't recall.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't important. Excuse me while I get the tea.
I wonder where Father went on that lady's bicycle.
Oh, we know that right now, miss. Left it outside a 2-flat building in Sudbury Lane.
Mavis!
Everything all right, ma'am?
Yes, I dropped the tea service is all.
Oh, what a pity!
It's no trouble, Thomas. I can get a couple and return to town.
It's a terrible mess. I hope Lottie doesn't have too much trouble cleaning it up, but will you please continue?
I'm afraid that's all I have to report for now. I'll give you advice on any further developments, of course.
Dreadfully sorry about your tea, Constable. I do hope that you do better the next time you join us.
Susan, it isn't likely you'll be joining us for tea anytime soon again.
Well, I'm certain he won't hold dropping the silver service against you.
No, Johnny, what I mean is that in the normal course of events, the constabulary does not stop in socially to hobnob with people in exclusive neighborhoods.
I'm afraid your stepmother's right, miss. It is a bit unusual, if you see what I mean.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. That's what comes from receiving my higher education in America.
Oh, that reminds me. What's become of your friend, Mr. Drake?
Barry, when he went into town to see if he could take a room at the hotel. I expect him back any moment now.
But you are staying on here, just you, alone, with your stepmother?
And is there anything wrong in that?
And I'm not alone. Not really. Not with Marty here. Well, he's not here today.
I see.
Yes, but you must be very, very busy, so we'll let you be on your way.
Oh, there's one more bit of information I forgot to give you.
And what was that?
Well, it may be nothing, of course.
Even so, do tell us.
Yes, do.
Well, it seems one of the witnesses was a woman who lives on the first floor flat of the building on Sudbury Lane. She saw Mr. Hollister leaving and he did an odd thing.
He did? An odd thing? No, what thing?
He removed the name of the tenant on the second floor flat from its position near the bell push.
He did what?
Removed the name and put it in his pocket.
What's an odd thing to do?
We thought so, yes.
Did your witnesses happen to notice what sort of jacket Edgar was wearing at the time?
As a matter of fact, yes, she did, because it was so unusual.
What was unusual about it?
It was a rather expensive smoking jacket. Probably the sort of thing one wears to trail a fugitive cat after dark.
Yes, that does seem a bit odd. But, Constable, what about the, second floor flat? What have you done about that?
Nothing. What do you think we should do about it?
Didn't you even ascertain who lived there?
Do you think we should?
No! I mean, I'm sure whoever lives there would be no help to you and your investigation. You did say Edgar was seen leaving the place, didn't you? So he obviously hasn't disappeared as yet. So I'm sure whoever lives there would be no help to you and your investigation.
I didn't think of that. You're right, of course.
Of course I am.
Well, I doubt it would do any harm investigating the tenant of that flat, just in case.
Just in case what?
Why, he might have mentioned where he was going next, don't you see?
But you've already as good as said that he's come straight back here. You did say the bicycle was found in our garage, didn't you?
By Jove, you're right. Well then, it would be a terrible waste of time disturbing whoever lives there, now wouldn't it?
Yes, a terrible waste of time. Susan, why don't you show the constable out to his police car or bicycle or whatever he came in like a good little hostess.
Certainly, Mavis, whatever you like. Come, Constable.
Good afternoon, you ma'am.
Good afternoon. Darling, it's me, Mavis. Whom did you think? Yes, that dreadful constable is going to investigate your flat. Yes, your flat on Subway Lane. Yes, how soon can you move out? But he mustn't see you there. If he should connect the two of us, then... All right, then what are you going to do? All right, whatever you think is best. Oh, and by the way, Susan said something about a secret exit from the cellar where we put you-know-who the other night. Yes. No, she didn't. Well, of course I shall question her further. What do you think I am? Oh, so are you, darling, dearest. Oh, she's coming. I must fly. Ta-ta! Back so soon, darling.
It was only to the end of the drive, Mavis.
Yes, of course, with your father's disappearance, I don't know what I'm saying. Now, you were just about to tell me where the secret exit from the murder room is.
I was?
Yes, just before the constable dropped in.
Do you know, for the life of me, I cannot remember.
But you must remember.
Why? Is it so terribly important?
Tell me where it is! Tell me where it is!
I'm that doll. Barry, darling.
Susan, dearest.
Did you find yourself a room?
Yes, quite a nice room. It was only about a mile away and it was such a lovely day. I decided to walk over here.
Oh, we interrupted Mavis. What were you saying, darling?
Oh, it's nothing important. It's so nice to see you again. I hope you hadn't stayed for a while.
Didn't Susan tell you?
Tell me what?
Do you know, it completely slipped my mind.
That's my girl.
What has Susan forgotten to tell me?
Barry and I are getting married.
What? When?
This very afternoon, isn't it delicious? By Reverend Smithers, not that nice?
Susan, you can't. The license, the waiting period, the flowers.
Oh, I scattered a bit of money in all the right places, and they've waived all those requirements. It's all set.
But, Susan, you can't be married just like that.
But why not?
Because, well...
Oh, Mavis, if you're worried about my inheritance, please don't. Barry talked to the child this afternoon, and apparently there's no problem whatsoever. If I'm married, Barry will be my heir if I should die.
No, it wasn't that.
Then what was it, Mrs. Hollister?
Edgar! Don't you want your father there to give you away? And even if you didn't, imagine Edgar's feelings. Think of how simply heartbroken he would be if he knew that he'd missed your wedding.
Oh, Lars, she's right. Forget it, Jonathan. You know?
Yes, stupid of us. Of course we'll wait until Mr. Hollister is found.
Good.
But what if Daddy isn't found? We certainly can't wait indefinitely.
Well, naturally not. Just a day or so, that should be time enough.
Well, I guess I'll stroll off into town and tell Reverend Smithers to hold off.
It's only a first day or so, my dear darling, and I do so want Daddy there.
I understand, sweetheart. Well, I'm off. Perhaps that's for me. I told Sir Charles to call her and call.
And perhaps Reverend Smithers can't have the treasury in time today, so it might also be him.
And it won't matter if it isn't him, since we're not going to be married anyway.
Yes, that's true.
Still, Lord, I do wonder who it could be. Because I answer it and see. Hello? What? Who is this? Who? No!
Wrong number?
No!
Then who is it?
It was Edgar!
Oh, how ridiculous, splendid. Perhaps we can be married today after all. Shall I speak to Bob and ask him?
By all means, darling.
Daddy, darling. Daddy, are you there? Daddy? Oh, Lars, he's sprung off.
Who did that to my kitchen? And who did that to my floor?
Mavis painted a velvet on.
I bet you can't say that 3 times fast.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Well, here, help me, give me a hand, young man. Now, really.
Sorry, just my American locality popped me out the wrong moment. Thanks, Lottie. I think I can manage.
Be careful, darling. Don't rip her dress.
I will try not to. Lottie, where's Flash Butter?
Well, I suppose she suffered quite a shock from hearing from her missing husband, and she'll need a good rest to recover from it. But I'm not sure the sofa's quite right for that sort of thing. The chair is a bit small.
Lottie, anywhere?
Her bedroom's just at the head of the stairs.
Those stairs?
They are a bit steep, aren't they?
Here, let me help.
could use some.
Whatever do you need the door for?
You need to answer it.
Oh, of course, that's silly of me. Constable Howard, but I thought you were interrogating a tenant of that second floor flat on Sudbury Lane.
As matters turned out, I could try to, of course, but something unexpected went up.
You mean came up?
No, went up. Quarantine sound at the door. Measles. Never had the measles. Didn't want to take the chance.
Oh, what a pity.
How do you mean that, miss?
Oh, quite sincerely, but whatever brings you back here, Constable?
Well, I thought with nothing better to do, I might pop back in and ask you about that secret stairway of yours.
Oh, by all means, do!
Well, just where is this secret stairway of yours?
It's right over there.
You mean the window seat, miss?
Yes, it opens up in the stairway just underneath it, and at the bottom of the stairway is a secret entrance to the murder room.
What did you say?
Yes, it opens up, and there's a stairway just underneath it, and at the bottom of the
I
stairway...
don't believe everything you said. I mean, just what you called it.
Called what?
The murder room?
That's what I called it.
Yes. So we did, but what I was wondering was, why?
Well, Daddy thought that it would be a perfectly smashing place to hide a body from detection. That is, if one had a body one did not want detected, of course.
Ah, yes. It's perfectly comprehensible when you once explain it.
What isn't?
Yes. Well, I say, no one's likely to be popping in while I have a look now, is there?
Out of the window seat?
Well, yes, that, of course, but rather more into this room. I wouldn't want anybody to see me nosing about.
Why ever not?
Well, you see, I don't have a warrant or anything, and I might have a difficult time getting one until there's absolute proof of foul play. So I really shouldn't be nosing about, and yet I really ought to nose about or get the proof of foul play. But you see, until there is, I can't get the warrant I need to prove that there is.
How's that again?
Never. I say, is this thing now shut or what?
Yes, Daddy made the lid immovable so no one would find the secret stairway by inadvertence.
But, dash it all, what good is a secret stairway with a removable lid?
Well, if the lid were movable, the stairway wouldn't be secret.
Yes, but how did your father go about using it?
Oh, now I see what you're getting at. Well, of course, whenever Daddy wanted to use it, he simply undid the secret switch that opened the lid.
And which is that secret switch, miss?
I bet you can't say that 3 times fast.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, it's one of Barry's jokes. Do you get it?
No, I don't.
Neither do I.
Well, how do we go about operating this window seat of yours?
Let me see. Yes, you stand with your back against the wall here between the rack and the umbrella stand, and then, yes, you put your left foot on the stand, so, and then you grab one of the prongs, this one, and you give it a slight twist.
Like this? I say, that's got a good show. What's happened?
It closed.
Yes, I can see that. But why?
But Daddy thought that if someone found the secret mechanism by accident, that they could see the lid come up and find the secret stairway, and so he made the lid close if no one was manning the secret switch. I wish I had a brain like Daddy's.
Are you sure you haven't?
Have what?
Some of the time, yes, but would you mind operating the window seat lid while I have a look in there?
Yes. There you are.
Oh, I say, there's nothing in here but the floor of the window seat. Are you quite sure of that?
Well, certainly you can only see the floor right now, Constable, but here, let me show you. Oh, there you are. Dreadfully sorry, Constable. You see, Father arranged it that when the lid comes up, a secret floor comes out from underneath you so to hide the stairway, but if you get in the window seat when the lid comes up, then the floor comes out, and well, there you are.
Where are?
On the secret stairway, of course.
But you're sure there is a secret stairway? I mean, I'd hate for the floor to swing away from me and have nothing beneath me but a long drop in the cellar.
Constable, I assure you that...
Susan!
Yes, darling?
Did you scream just now?
No, darling, that was Constable Howard.
He mustn't know I'm here.
Constable Howard?
Don't answer him.
He's not calling me, he's questioning you.
That's what?
What you said to him.
Susan, why don't you answer me?
Would you mind repeating the question?
What question?
What question?
I forgot.
Susan, who in the world are you talking to?
What makes you think I'm talking, darling?
I can hear your voice for one thing. Susan, would you mind telling me...
Stop him!
Barry, darling, don't go down here.
Why not?
because I'm dressing! No, really, Constable.
In the living room?
Oh, what shall I answer?
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me!
Susan, what on earth are you talking about? I've got time.
Well,
The secret stairway.
but it's closed.
Open it.
Now what?
Close it, you imbecile.
Hello, darling.
Were you just talking to somebody?
Yes, darling.
Who?
You, darling. Don't you remember?
I'm somebody down here.
Darling, you are down here.
But I wasn't a moment ago.
And I missed you so. I say, darling, have you had the measles?
Not recently.
But at some time or other.
I seem to recall that I did. Of course, I was a child at the time.
Good. Then let's go see a certain little second floor flat at Sudbury Lane.
Whatever for.
Why, to ask the man with measles for facts about father. And I won't say that 3 times fast.
Operator, are you sure it doesn't answer? Yes, I tried dialing myself, but there was no reply. But there has to be somebody there. All right, thank you anyway. He has to be there. He can't have gone out. He would have told me.
Did you call Mrs. Hollister?
Yes, but there's no reply.
I mean, did you call me just now?
What? No, Lottie, I didn't. But are you sure there haven't been any phone messages when we sent this afternoon?
No, Mrs. Hollister.
No, what? No, you're not sure?
No, there have been no messages.
I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. They said nothing about where they were going.
No. Master Mary helped me carry up the stairs while Miss Susan went down here. And when I come down, why they've both gone.
There it is. There it is again, Mommy. Do you hear it?
Yes, Mrs. Hollister. That makes 9.
Didn't I ask you to count? Must you keep on totaling the number of these horrible screeching noises you've heard this evening?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Sullivan. No, never mind.
What? What is it that you know and I don't?
Well, it's just the oddest thing. On the day Mr. Hollister vanished, I just bought 10 new 10-penny nails. And why, when he vanished, the nails had vanished with him.
Nonsense. You were ridiculous. I'm sure you miscounted.
No, Mrs. Hollister. I never miscount 10-penny nails. They're too expensive.
Lottie, a 10-penny nail is called that because of its length, not its price. I've been swindled. One day that woman will drive me mad. Perhaps she already has. I must be imagining things, yes. No, but she said she heard it too. I'm sure it's a house, yes. It's an old house. It always makes noises at night, yes. I'm sure that's what it is. No, I won't listen. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Lottie!
Did you call Mrs. Hollister?
Yes, Lottie, I need you. Get out here at once.
Now, Miss, I'm sure that you would be afraid of.
Then why aren't you here?
Because, Miss, I'm under my bed.
Lottie! Stop. Go back. Stay back. Stay where you came from. Hello? Reverend Smithers? What in the blazes do you want? Didn't they tell you the wedding was off? Yes, off! Yes, now, will you please excuse me? I'm expecting a very important call. Yes, off. Thank you. What happened to the line? Who's that? Don't catch me! Say that! Don't come near me!
Hello, everybody at home. Daddy! Miss Susan, my darling, what's happened?
Brandy, Lottie, waiting for Brandy.
The sideboard. Oh, Susan, my sweet child. Wake up, darling, wake up.
Now, she's just all right. Just a nasty shock, buddy.
Lottie.
Here we are, this fixes all just fine.
Susan, darling, wake up. Please, wake up.
Ed! What? Where?
I'm trying to talk to Susan. We had a bad fight.
But I thought I saw... No, I'm
Yes, I know. We all saw him.
What? Saw who? I didn't see anybody.
Then take our word for it. It was Edgar Hollister.
In the flesh.
We hope.
Daddy? Oh, I must have been dreaming.
It's all right, darling.
Then stop shaking her wrists.
Oh, sorry.
Why, but that's not. What did you do to me?
He was shaking your wrist, Miss Susan.
Why?
It's the thing to do when somebody faints. I'm not entirely certain why.
The pain wakes them up. Inspector, can I please have one of those before you finish off everything?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Oh, I needed that.
Don't you mean those?
Whatever, but really, I must apologize. It did give me an opportunity.
Inspector Crandall,
Yes, Mr. Draper?
why did you give me an awful turn to see Edgar Hollister?
Because... Oh, I see what you mean.
But I don't. Barry, what do you mean?
Well, if I were to walk into a man's home and see the man of the house standing before me, I don't think I would go in shock. And that's what I did. And I didn't.
How's that again?
Did come in and didn't go in shock.
I can't explain that, and really, I must apologize. You see, in my mind, I had already convinced myself that Edgar Hollister had been murdered by a person or persons unknown.
Yes,
So
that
naturally,
makes
when I saw him-
splendid sense.
Yes, it may have an effect on a person.
May? Oh, what of your fiancée? Didn't she faint too?
Mavis is right, darling. It was a shock, and I had only a suspicion Daddy had met with foul play.
But what about Mrs. Hollister?
Moaning and pacing and
Screaming the house down. Then flopping conscious like a heap of wet wash. Nonsense. I was waiting by the telephone for some word from Susan when I fell asleep on the floor.
The telephone? Is somebody still on the line? Hello? Reverend Smithers, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What woman? She said that to you? Oh, that must have been a shock.
Said what? What woman?
Shh. No, not you, Reverend. Yes, she was quite right about that. We decided to hold off the wedding until Edgar Hollister was available for it.
But he is, darling, he is. We saw him here just moments ago.
Miss Hollister, I don't know quite how to tell you this, but you know, it may not have been your father whom we saw.
Yes, we'll surely know what you decide. You certainly don't want to wait by the telephone all night. Yes, thank you. Give my love to the bridesmaids.
Not my father, Inspector, but I certainly know my own father when I see him.
The room was dark. You could have been mistaken.
But why would anyone pretend to be Mr. Hollister?
You see, that's just what we don't know. And I'm afraid, until we do know, I'm going to have to take Susan into protective custody.
But we don't know that the imposter is dangerous.
Well, we don't know that he isn't.
We don't even know that he's an imposter.
Yes, her father. Why has she appear? Well, remember, Edgar was just about to make a drastic alteration to his will. So even if it is Edgar, do we really know how safe it is for Susan?
Daddy would never harm a hand, my pretty little head.
Of course not.
True enough, it's better to be safe than sad.
Sorry.
For what?
Sad.
What's that?
The word that he said instead of sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That's better.
Then what?
Sad.
Well, of course, anyone would rather be sorry than sad.
Safe but sad.
Safe than sorry.
Shut up! I have a beating headache and I'm going to bed.
And I shall take Susan into protective custody.
Well, I suppose. I say, Mavis, if Father does come back, will you tell where I'll be?
Yes, of course, but exactly where will you be?
The police station, I suppose.
No, that's the first place a maniac would look.
Then what, the local hospital?
No, that's the second place a maniac would look. I wonder what the third could be.
How about the church basement?
The back room of the beauty parlor. The projection booth of the cinema.
The butcher shop.
The dentist office.
The candy store!
Stop! How about we let the inspector tell us what he has in mind?
Thank you. I propose to take Susan Hollister to the one place she can be perfectly safe.
And where's that?
My apartment.
What? I say!
How dare you!
See, here now, perfectly sharp on the course.
Oh, that's good. That's a relief.
I should say so.
Then why not do so?
That's a relief.
That's what I say.
That's what you said.
And so do I.
That makes two of us. What does?
That.
Oh.
But chaperoned by whom?
Why, by Mrs. Hollister, of course.
Why, yes, of course. Where would Susan be? Safer than with me. Just let me go change into something more appropriate for chaperoning.
And I shall hold the car out to the front door.
Miss Susan, I'm wandering. It may be a long and tiresome day. Shall I fix you something to eat?
Oh, there's no need. We've all just come from there.
And
in one of our amateur bungling attempts to solve this case.
It's a lovely little second floor flat on Sudbury Lane.
Oh, no, thank you, Letty. Lottie, no, you can towel off the bed.
But sir, I've had all the too many times locked up for the night.
Oh, well, then why don't you do so?
Because you're still here, sir.
What? Oh, my gracious, I completely forgot that I don't live here. That's what you get for making me feel at home. Well, I don't suppose I could get out of here soon enough, but, well, I suppose I'll go off into town and get some shut-eye. With my amateur detective. It's just, there was something when I was about to tonight. I couldn't put a finger on it.
No one likes a finger in the face.
No, it's something I didn't see there.
What did you see?
That's the problem, although it struck me quite forcefully at the time.
Isn't it odd, sir, that each of us knows that there's something strange going on, yet none of us can quite explain why we think so?
Yes, that is disturbing, but I'll be damned. Darn? That.
Ah.
If I can make heads or tails of it, I suppose I'll go off in town and sleep on it, and some sort of solution will present itself. Good night, and thank you again.
Good night, sir, and do be careful walking into town late night. Who knows what kind of horrible creatures could be lurking in the fog, with knives or guns or...
Do you know, I was just wondering, do you have a spare room where I could spend the night?
But it is Mrs. Hollister, or Miss Susan's. Not enough I should let you use that without permission.
How would it be if I slept on the sofa?
Uncomfortable? That sofa is much too short for you. Of course, you could scrunch up a bit.
Then it's settled. That's what I'll do. I don't suppose you could lend me a toothbrush.
Oh no, sir, I never brush my teeth. I have a dentist.
Oh, really? I'd never have guessed. Remarkable work they do nowadays.
Yes, no one is quite what they seem anymore, thanks to artificial enhancements. Why, you'd be amazed how effectively natural looking were that wig and mustache and Mr. Hollister's.
What's that you say? Wig and mustache? What do you mean?
I mean, when he wore them, the pulses was undetectable. Just when they were his very own hair.
But damn it all. Darn it all. Dash it all. Why would Edgar Hollister wear a false wig and mustache?
Solely for Miss Templeton's benefit, I believe.
You mean Mavis?
Yes, sir. He was afraid she might be a fortune hunter.
So he wore false hair to discourage her?
Oh no, sir, quite the reverse.
I'm afraid I don't follow you, Letty.
Lolly.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Where were we?
You are afraid that you didn't follow what I said about Mr. Hollister wearing the wig and mustache to encourage Miss Templeton, rather than the reverse.
Yes, why would somebody that impress her favorably?
Well, you see, sir, Mr. Hollister's way of thinking, a fortune-hunting woman would be attracted to a man that didn't seem to her too immediately.
Yes, I can see how that may appeal to her, but really now, if he thought she was a fortune hunter, why would he do the very thing that was likely to win her? Why not act his own age and severely disappoint her ambition?
It was her legs, sir.
Her legs?
Shapely, he called them. He was quite taken by them. Even if the woman were a fortune hunter, he hadn't had the heart to give her those legs.
Let them go?
He always did enjoy pulling people's legs, in more ways than one.
Yes. Yes, I begin to see, and I find it quite interesting. Do you know, Lottie, you may just have solved the entire mystery.
What? What are you talking about? How did what I just said solve the mystery?
Don't you see, Lottie?
Letty.
Letty?
I'm sorry, I meant Lottie. You confused me the first time you got it right. How I solved the mystery?
Well, we've been looking at this thing backwards.
How so, sir?
Well, we've been operating under the assumption that Mavis was madly in love with Edgar Hollister. But if what you said is true, then Mavis was not in love with him at all, only attracted by his money.
So she had married him thinking he was an older man, then learned that he was in fact a young man that would live on for years and years.
Exactly. I can see them now. They're on their wedding night. She believes she's with the elderly gentleman who is likely to pop off his mortal coil momentarily. And then suddenly he whips off the wig and...
Oh no, sir, it couldn't have happened that way.
Why?
Because they went together on their wedding night.
What? Why not?
She said she was going to a meeting over at Reverend Smith's church.
A fortune hunter? Going to church? Wouldn't that strike Edgar as odd?
You know, sir, that's exactly what did happen. which explains the potassium cyanide in the cocoa, why she'll never wash up the pan.
Cyanide? What do you mean? Pam? Coco, I don't follow you.
You see, she wasn't going to church at all. She really wished to be away from the house when the poison did as well, so she mightn't be expected of having administered it.
No, something's wrong here. She put the poison in the cocoa before she went out. How could she already have known that Edgar was the old crock he pretended to be? But if she only had married him that morning, when had she had time to discover the truth?
She hadn't. Not her own at any rate.
Then you'd think...
Somebody must have told her. Somebody who knew Mr. Hollis's actual age.
But that could have been anybody who was a well-known personage in this area. Susan said so. And he was acquainted with all the people by the dozens who knew the truth.
Yes, but Miss Templeton wasn't. She's originally from this area, so she would know no one well enough to tell her his actual age.
Wait, it's all coming together now. A fortune hunter marrying what she imagined was an old crock. She wouldn't love him at all, but rather being a hot number herself.
She must have had a boyfriend on the side.
And he must have known Edgar's actual age.
And that's how she found out and put the poison in the cocoa.
Yay! But wait, who is Mavis's boyfriend? The man she really loves.
There's a simple enough way to find out.
There is?
There is if you understand women. There are only two motivations to a woman's character, being in love and talking about. The one way in which a woman can simultaneously indulge both is...
making phone calls to her lover. Why didn't I think of that?
Because you don't understand women.
What man does?
Hello? Operator? This is Mrs. Lowen, housekeeper by our cottage. I was wondering if you could clarify my telephone bill. Well, there's been a number called quite frequently since last Friday. I was wondering if you could tell me who it is. Oh, what a pity.
What's wrong?
I missed it. Well, can you at least tell me your address from which that number originates? What? Are you quite sure? Oh my God! Master Mary!
What is it?
I forgot to tell the operator thank you.
Oh, blast the operator. What's the bloody address?
The lovely little second floor flat in Sudbury Lane.
Inspector Crandall's. But Susan is there.
And so is Megan.
But that's 2 against 1.
Not if we get there in time. Come on, there's not a moment to lose.
Where are we going?
My bicycle's parked out back. You can tell and see it. You can't break the handlebar. Barry, Lottie, I'm home. Are you back? Yoo-hoo, anybody home? Oh my goodness, it's called for a house. Hold on, I'll get you out. There you are. Dreadfully sorry, Constable. That's why I came back, you know. I was just sitting down with Mavis to have a cup of cocoa and Crandall's second floor flat in Sudbury Lane when I remembered I'd never let you out of the secret room. And so I jumped up and I got on the roundabout and I drove back here and... Oh my! It's not Constable Howard. Who are you?
I am your father.
Oh, I'm really splendid. And here I thought you'd been done in. But whatever has become of Constable Howard?
There's no time to tell. Mavis and the inspector are right behind you. No, not location in time. Surely they will be calling the inspector's car. They daren't let you get away.
But I have not done it yet. I do not understand.
There's too much to tell and too little time to do it. Now, you must trust me and do exactly as I say. Ah, this time this pistol's not over blanks.
A pistol? Where did you get it? I thought Constable Howard had it down at the police station.
All in good time, my child. Now, I am trusting you not to carry my presents when Mavis and her lover arrive.
Her lover? Daddy, you can't mean Inspector James Crandall?
I do. Now, do you understand your danger?
Well, I can't say if I do, but in any case, I don't think it's possible for you to leave me here alone and unarmed.
You're not alone. No. Now, be still. I hear them coming.
Susan, darling, Lottie, anybody?
I guess there's nobody home, except for you and me and Edgar Hollister! Come on, the heads up, I haven't got on you.
Before you shoot me, may I ask, how did you know I was hiding?
Edgar, you dum-dum, those drugs only hide you from people in this room. We saw you before we even came in.
Crap, never thought of that.
Now, we kindly drop that pistol. I'm feeling it float something more deadly than blank cartridges.
Oh, very well then. Well, there's no use in killing me here. Take the ball away from this house and finish the job 2 days ago.
Oh, Edgar, your rumors are so transparent. Naturally, it'll do us no good to take you away until we have Susan in our power too. I'm surprised we made it here before she did, but I know that this is the spot where she shall come.
Exactly. And when we finished off the two of you, all the money shall come to Mavis, and she and I shall be wed, and live our lives as extremely wealthy people with barrels of money.
Money, you fools, there is no money.
Sir Charles wouldn't lie to a police officer. He assured me his estate was worth several thousands of pounds.
Oh, it is.
Well then,
What you two seem to have overlooked is that although pound is a denomination of money, it is also a denomination of weight.
what?
Weight? Yes, you fools. Final cottage set upon my estate. An agricultural engineer estimated the tonnage of the topsoil a week before last. It came out 7,000 pounds.
Curses! We've been tricked!
But how? How could you know in time to trip up?
Inspector Crandall confided in me that an arson happened to a man's bride bee last Tuesday. Very next day, chancing to glance through a little tea shop through a window, I saw her with him and discerned at once she was my very own Mavis.
Bullshit, Balderdash! I would have never confided such a thing to you.
Ah, what you did not know is I who would confide you. Because at the time, I was the man you know as...
Constable Howard!
It is Constable Howard! You lied to me! You said you were my daddy!
Yes, you can't trust me, but you can trust me. Now will you kindly hand over that pistol like a good little girl?
There's a love. Susan, don't do it!
But I did do it!
Alas, now you've done it.
And now you're done for.
Oh, what have I done?
You've undone us, that's what you've done.
She's done you down, all right.
And now then, do the bit and have done with it.
Wait!
Well, I'm waiting.
Why are you waiting?
To hear what he has to say.
Fine. I suppose even Edgar's entitled to give you last words.
Thank you.
I say, did you say Edgar?
Yes, you little numbskull. It's been your father all along.
Oh, did he? I meant such a daddy! Or something?
Now, don't reproach yourself, Susan. You couldn't have known the truth.
But what is the truth? How can you be my daddy and Constable Howard both?
It's really very simple, Susan.
How could you possibly know that?
Well, when I knew that you loaded that pistol with blanks, I figured the whole thing out.
You didn't tell me.
There wasn't time.
Oh,
But there's plenty of time now.
So do tell us.
I say, is this a stall for time?
No, it isn't.
Naturally not.
But that's precisely what you'd say if it were a stop time.
But it's precisely what they say, but weren't you stall for time?
That's true.
Do tell us. It helps me understand about everything.
That could take years.
She doesn't mean everything.
Just about the mystery.
Oh, all right.
I suppose we may as well. To begin at the beginning, I began by telling Constable Howard I was enamored of Mavis.
Not knowing that Constable Howard and I were the same man.
Because Edgar has always been very ashamed of being a police constable.
So I worked on the force under an assumed name.
But on the night when we first shot him,
And phoned me to help him with the corpse,
When I pretended to be dead, I struck my head.
knocking himself so unconscious that Mavis and I took him to bed.
and we stashed him in the murder room and nailed it shut.
And I awoke in there. I had partial amnesia.
And thought himself to be Constable Howard.
Completely forgetting the Edgar part of his identity.
So that I ended up trying to solve my own murder.
When was your memory restored?
And Susan drove me down the secret stairway onto my head.
Ah, then it was you who thought Kira as your real self.
Completely terrified me.
And I never did take that pistol to ballistics.
Because you already knew it was loaded with blank cartridges.
Because you knew I might try to use it upon you.
Which you did, after failing to feed me poison cocoa.
Which I also failed to feed Susan again earlier tonight.
But when I knew you were investigating my flat,
You put up the measles sign,
but Barry already had measles.
So we dashed over there regardless.
and saw that there was not a single measle upon his face.
So we began to suspect you two at once, but then he forgot why.
But now it's quite too late.
Whatever Barry may suspect.
Because we're going to murder the two of you and get it right this time.
There now, Susan, do you understand?
Sorry, no. Would you mind telling us again?
Why exceedingly.
Oh, must we let them do a thing, must we?
I really cannot see what we can do for preventing them from doing so, dearest Orphan.
But there must be a way. There simply must.
Well, there's not.
But there could be.
Collins!
Could.
Such as?
Help arrive at the last crucial moment.
Oh, my dear, you've been watching far too many American films.
Yes, in real life the cavalry never shows up in time. Now move it on, you two.
I said, where are you taking us?
To the quarry. A few gunshots, some rocks tied to your feet, a lovely splash, and this whole thing will be over.
But why? I've already told you there's no money to be gained by this.
True enough, we've gone much too far to turn back now. Move it on.
I guess we'd better go with them, Susan.
I suppose so. Oh, but it would have been lovely if the cavalry had shown up. Oh, no, It's Barry the Save!
Hardly.
Stop, I'm coming! take both of the cars.
No, that's not good. One was to drive and one to hold the gun.
By Jove, she's right.
Oh, what shall we do?
Shoot them all now and take them to the quarry.
Thanks a lot, Susan.
You're welcome, darling.
Oh, shut up. Stand here against the wall so that James can shoot you.
I suppose you intend to begin with the youngest. Oh no, we should certainly begin with the oldest.
In any case, ladies first.
Shame on all of you. The least we can do is brought down with brave smiles on our lips.
No, Daddy's right.
Did you say Daddy?
That's Constable Howard.
That was my name, of course.
He's actually my father.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
And I yours. You seem like a fine, upstanding young man.
He won't be standing up much longer. And now, James, will you get on with it?
Wait, can someone please tell me why we're being murdered by an inspector of police?
Yes, it would be a decent thing to do.
But dash it all, we've just been through all this.
But please do tell us again. Maybe this time I shall begin to grasp matter.
Mavis, darling, you tell them. If I have to tell it once more, I shall go mad.
Well, there is one piece of information I would still like to have.
And what is that, Mavis?
Susan said that there was a secret entrance from the murder room, and I can't imagine where an entrance like that would be. Where is it?
It's right over
Susan!
here.
Go show them, why don't you?
But why was there not something to say where it is, Daddy dearest?
Because actions speak louder than words.
Oh, of course, how silly of me. I'd completely forgotten. And here I knew you spoke out and said the secret entrance was right over
Susan!
here.
Show them. Show them.
Yes, show us. I'd like to see for myself.
At last.
Whatever is the matter, Daddy?
Nothing, darling, nothing. It's just that part of what you must do is indecent for a young lady. I can't have the inspector looking while you do it.
Oh, certainly not. I do beg your pardon.
Now, show them, Susan.
You mean you won't show them?
Not if it's something indecent. I didn't realize it. I still don't see why it is, but if I am shy, I should at least die like a little lady.
Darling, it's not indecent. I just made that part up.
May I look?
No, you really mustn't. It really is indecent. I just said that so she could go through with it.
Oh, I see.
All right, Susan, go ahead. Not if it's something indecent.
I lied! May I watch? No!
Why not?
Wait. I have an idea. How about Susan does whatever it is she does, and I will watch and James won't. And then when Susan is done doing whatever it is she does, I will decide whether it is indecent or not.
I said that's very decent of you.
I say that's very decent of Susan.
But only if it is.
Well, naturally.
Promise?
Yes, promise. Now will you get on with it?
Yes. But first I stand with my back to the wall here between the rack and the umbrella stand, and then I put my left foot out, and then I grab one of the prongs.
Yes.
And then I give this like twist and lid comes up.
Well,
Well,
I think that's all of it.
but aren't you going to show them?
Oh yes, of course. How silly of me. There you are.
What?
There's a gun.
Lights!
Don't shoot at me!
There. What's that?
Get the gun!
get the line! Don't shoot at me!
Sorry, don't shoot. What was that?
Get the gun!
Get the line.
Don't shoot at me!
Sorry, darling.
Get the line!
Get the gun! Get the lights!
Please stop the gun!
Oh dear. I have.
Susan, go!
Susan, do!
Get the gun.
Get the lights!
The first one who moves gets a bullet between the eyes.
Mavis, darling, you're finally back in command.
Stop it right there!
Are you mad?
I'll say good and mad.
I didn't mean that kind of madness.
Well, I did.
Well, surely you can't be mad at me.
Can so?
Can't.
Can!
But why?
Because it was you who got me into this mess in the first place. Plying me with your reptilian charm, talking me out of love for a decent man like Edgar, not letting me know that he was actually young and handsome without his false wig and mustache, trying to get me to marry for money when I could have married for love, forcing me into nearly committing a murder, getting me into all sorts of trouble with the law, and now forcing me to take your part in this miniature massacre.
But, Mavis, precisely what
Yes, it would be a terrible weight upon the conscience.
You'd spend the rest of your days in misery and remorse. Really?
Yes, really.
But I feel I'm forgetting something.
What, my dear?
The murderers had no conscience.
Oh, by Jove, she's right.
Thanks a lot, Susan.
Wait! There's something I must do before you kill us.
What?
Let me put the lamp back upon the table.
Why?
It looks so sloppy turned over.
Oh, very well then.
Maybe still let him do it!
Why not?
It might be a trick. Inspector, whose side are you on anyway?
Oh, by Jove, I completely forgot. Let him do it.
That's better.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so very disappointed in you.
Whatever for, Susan?
For not playing a trick on her.
Susan, did it ever occur to you that perhaps I am going to trick her?
Oh, Daddy, that would be surely fun! Oh, wait! I don't intend to have any trickery here. Let the lamp alone.
Very well, then. Go ahead and shoot us all, but it's a shame, though.
What is?
Once you shoot me, you'll never find the secret safe. All the emeralds in it.
Secret?
Safe?
Emeralds?
Idiot! You're bluffing! There's no safe.
Of course. Go ahead and shoot.
Oh, damn you! What is it?
It's very difficult to open. I made it that way on purpose.
Of course.
It would be stupid to make a secret safe that was easy to open.
Stop this chit-chatting. Show me where the safe is. I want to see those emeralds.
Very well, then. Susan, pick up the lamp and put it up on the table. Barry, I want you to sit in exactly the center of the sofa. Lottie, I want you to press your face against the edge of the coffee table. And Inspector, go into the corner and pick up the pot to the left. And now, Mavis will permit me, I shall open the secret safe.
I don't completely trust you yet. Where exactly is the safe?
In the most logical place in the room, behind the portrait of my late wife. When I trigger the mechanism, it will slide down and expose the secret safe.
Oh, very well, then do so.
Very well. Susan, I want you to pick up the lamp and hold it steady exactly 2 inches above the surface of the table.
And now what, Daddy darling?
When I give the command, I want you to set the lamp down, Barry to stand up, Lottie to push the table exactly 4 inches towards the sideboard, and the inspector to drop the pillows in. Now, does everybody understand? Very well. On your mark, get set, now! That's much better. There's no safe, no emeralds, no nothing. Yes, put it up, lady. Yes, sir. Sir.
No, darling, you never did tell the reference numbers to hold off.
Do you mean, after all that's happened, you still want to go through with it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that means you're as crazy as I am. Oh, but there's my aunt stand up for you. Oh, I would love that, Lottie. And then after the wedding, you can swing off the rice from the church staff. You always were a good girl.
I say, can't I stand up for you two? I mean, Barry does need a best man. He doesn't know anybody in town.
I say that's awfully decent of you, Crandall, but it is up to my future father-in-law.
Well, obviously the man's a formed character now that Mavis has turned on him and shown his true colors. So he shall have no more motivation to tell us any harm. So I dare say I shall allow him and permit him to go take part in. Oh, dashed totally departed.
Darling, we're not at last. Our plan's worked.
Plan? What plan? What are you talking about?
Why, our plan to get my lover to give me the cake. Remember?
Hold on. Are you telling me you are not? But the gun! You fired it! But the cyanide in the cocoa!
It wasn't real cyanide.
But the cat died.
It was a stuffed cat. You just didn't happen to be here when Constable Howard brought it back.
But Dashful, I am Constable Howard!
You didn't know it then.
By George, you're right! I forgot how I am.
Amnesia makes it easy to forget.
And you said this was planned between us. You and I.
Yes, of course, darling. But your nasty old amnesia made you forget the whole thing and thought that your mean, lovely wife was a mean murderess.
Dashful, darling. Can you ever forgive me? Silly me. Ever so forgetful.
Of course I can, dear. Now how about some nice cup of cocoa
little something extra, if you don't mind.
Oh, believe me, nothing would make me happier.
Marvelous woman, Mavis. One in a million. So lucky to have ever found her.
Here you are, Tom. Sorry it took so long.
Ah, well, I bet it's well worth the wait. You certainly can cook a coffee. Cup of cocoa.
I bet you can say that 3 times.
No, my darling. The joke is, you bet I can't say that 3 times fast.
No. What I mean is that I bet you can't say it 3 times, period.
Of course I can. You certainly can cook a corking good cup of cocoa. You certainly can cook a corking good cup of cocoa. You certainly cook a whole dash it all.
She take the money.